Welcome. When last I did this, I was sitting outside in my backyard talking about fences and how they can tend to keep people apart, even when you're right next door to someone. This past week has shown me that you can have connection with people even when you are states and half continent apart. That it started the week with a young lady that I call JoJo, Ray Lee, who's one of the best 15-year-old tennis players in the U.S., female tennis players in the U.S. Spending the week here with my family, going over some things, working out, and just spending time catching up, because I was her coach when she started at 7 and right through until I left Charlotte. Hadn't seen her in a year, hadn't been on the court with her in 2. During the course of the week, we tuned up her strokes, got back to the basics, the fundamentals, and she had fun. The F-U-N was capitalized in what happened. And she felt a lot better about her game when she left. As I talked to her dad about it, he said, you know, you're still the coach. She just hasn't had a lesson in a couple of years. And I recognized that that connection was really strong. And so she was here till Friday, and then I put her on a plane, sent her back home, and my phone rings. Well, made my week pretty bittersweet. Found out that person that I consider to be my second dad, Ernie Peterson, the 2003 U.S. Olympic Committee Developmental Coach of the Year, had had a major stroke. And so sat on pins and needles, went out, did my lessons on Saturday evening, get a call saying he's passed away. Well, thought about the connection that happened. Why do I call Ray JoJo? Because when we kicked off our nonprofit in Charlotte, the Tennis and Education Endowment, we did a clinic that Coach Peterson came to, and then we did a banquet that night. And at the banquet, Coach Peterson's talking, and he's raving about the kids in the program and singing my praises, as he always did. And he's talking about this little girl that JoJo. I'm like, who's JoJo? And we figured out it was Ray. And from that moment on, I referred to Ray as JoJo. Well, Coach Peterson, I can't even begin to describe the role that he's played in the last 17 years of my life. He's the person that would call me at 5 in the morning and tell me to get out of bed because you can't make any money in the bed. He was the one that would call me when he heard that, you know, as a 30-something-year-old pro, I was acting like I was the know-it-all and I was supposed to be the spokesperson for the entire tennis world, and stepped out of line, and he put me back where I needed to be. Yet at the same time, he always told me, your time's going to come. Just be patient. Just be patient. You're always going to be able to take this and take what I've started and go beyond. And he told me just last couple months that other than his daughter Jewel, he feels like I'm the one that understood his philosophies and his training methods and things better than anybody. And he always had wished that I had stayed in Atlanta and could be part of what was going on. Well, I am part of it. And it is going beyond. And Coach, I love you, man. I will love you forever, and I will carry on. And I guess my time is here. Don't know whether I'm ready. I always thought I was ready, and you told me I wasn't. Now it's time to step up, and I'm not so sure. But I'm going to do it anyways, because it's what you would have expected of me.